A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 25, verses 31 to 46. The passage is taken from the Message version of the Bible. When he finally arrives, blazing in beauty and all his angels with him, the Son of Man will take his place on his glorious throne. Then all the nations will be arranged before him, and he will sort the people out, much as shepherds sort out sheep and goats, putting sheep to his right and goats to his left. Then the king will say to those on his right, "Enter, you who are blessed by my Father. Take what's coming to you in this kingdom. It's been ready for you since the world's foundation. And here's why. I was hungry and you fed me. I was thirsty and you gave me a drink. I was homeless and you gave me a room. I was shivering and you gave me clothes. I was sick and you stopped to visit. I was in prison and you came to me." Then those sheep are going to say, "Master, what are you talking about? When did we ever see you hungry and feed you, thirsty and give you drink? And when did we ever see you sick or in prison and come to you?" Then the king will say, "I'm telling you the solemn truth. Whenever you did one of these things to someone overlooked or ignored, that was me. You did it to me." Then he will turn to the goats, the ones on his left, and say, "Get out, worthless goats. You're good for nothing but the fires of hell." And why? Because I was hungry and you gave me no meal. I was thirsty and you gave me no drink. I was homeless and you gave me no bed. I was shivering and you gave me no clothes. Sick and in prison, and you never visited. Then those goats are going to say, "Master, what are you talking about? When did we ever see you hungry or thirsty or homeless or shivering or sick or in prison and didn't help?" He will answer, "I'm telling the solemn truth. Whenever you failed to do one of these things to someone who was being overlooked or ignored, that was me. You failed to do it to me." Then those goats will be herded to their eternal doom, but the sheep to their eternal reward. The Gospel of the Lord.
Let us now listen to a short reflection on the Holy Gospel according to St. Matthew, chapter 25, verses 31 to 46. Punish me with a kiss. Father Rolheiser gives a different reflection on the judgment scene. Instead of fearing that our shortcomings will be exposed in glaring light, Rolheiser suggests an image proposed by theologian Karl Rahner. For Karl Rahner, the agent of judgment will not be God's piercing light as much as God's enduring love. We will be embraced by a love so unconditional and gracious that we will recognize all that is self-centered. We will also see all that is selfless. As St. Therese of Lisieux famously said, "God has a heart of a father. A father cannot resist his children's trust. He finds it impossible to hold out against it. Once someone has a father's heart, he is lost, unable to resist being conquered by the trust of a little child." If a small child tells her dad, "Daddy, I am not perfect. I do lots of silly things, but you know how much I love you. And when I do something silly, I ask you to punish me with a kiss." How could any father resist? Punish me with a kiss. On Judgment Day, we will be loved in a way that will make us painfully aware of our sin, even as we know how we are loving and being loved. God demands from us a natural overflowing of love that gushes out of the heart, love that expects no recognition, Love that freely gives power away. Love that forgets itself. Jesus' command to practice the corporal works of mercy is direct, uncompromising, and everywhere present in the entire New Testament. According to Father Rolheiser, every 10th line in the New Testament challenges Christians to reach out to the physically poor. In Luke's Gospel, it is every 6th line. And in the letter of James, it is every 5th line. Involvement with the poor is not a negotiable item. This is mandated with the same weight as in any creed, dogma, and moral or spiritual teaching of the Church.